The following is a conversation between Mr. Flugelbinder and Chat GPT. Mr. Flugelbinder says,
Okay, thanks. Also, I am having some difficulty understanding where the value of marks comes from in function calculate grade / marks. This is the argument for the function, right? And if so, it must be passed a value, right? So is the value passed coming from inside the function? I understand the other function called calculate average array. It is passed the array from constant array of 80, 80, 50, right? But the function calculate average array has a result of, say, 70. I would have thought that value should be passed to the next function like this. Function calculate grade / calculate average. Sitting here, scratching my head, confused.
Chat GPT responds with,
Absolutely, I can clarify this for you. Yes, marks in the function calculate grade, marks, is indeed a parameter of the function, meaning it's a placeholder for the value that will be passed to the function when it's called. The actual value comes from outside the function when you call it. Let's break it down. Blah 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 blah. So, there's no passing of calculate average directly into calculate grade as a function argument in the code you're thinking of. Instead, calculate grade uses the result of calculate average inside its logic. I hope this clears up the confusion.
Mr. Flugelbinder ponders on this. He has a penny drop moment, and then seeks validation of his newfound understanding, self-titled, The Peanut Butter and Jelly Theory.
So I have changed a couple of parameter names to try and help me understand this, as I think the naming convention is throwing me off. Okay, so when the calculate grade function is called with the argument array, an array of 80, 80, 50 is passed the calculate grade function, which stores it as peanut butter. Peanut butter is now 80, 80, 50. The first step in the calculate grade function is to define a constant called average, which is defined as calculate average peanut butter. This passes peanut butter being 80, 80, 50 over to the calculate average function, which stores it as jelly. Jelly is calculated to 70, which then goes back to peanut butter, which is calculated out in the calculate grade function, and results in C. Do I understand correctly?
ChatGPT responds with,
Yes, you've got it exactly right. Your explanation accurately describes how the data flows between the functions and how the parameter names, regardless of what you call them, serve as placeholders for the values passed between functions. Changing the parameter names to something completely different like peanut butter and jelly is a great way to understand how values are passed around in functions, independent of the names themselves.
I think we can all agree that Mr. Flugelbinder fucking nailed it.